Hi guys, I'm Roger Paarman, manager of the St. Francis factory. We're aboard Blue Orchid, the latest Balance 526 to come out of our yard. I'm currently standing at the lower helm on Blue Orchid. She's fitted with a dual throttle system, one for the lower helm and one for the upper helm. So when you're standing here at the lower helm, it's really easy accessible. The owner has also opted for an additional chart plotter. Down at the lower helm we have our engine starts, our integral and our battery switchover system, as well as deck gear and your courtesy lights. It's also got your engine room indicators that your fire extinguishers are working and functioning, which are automatically deployed if there is smoke or fire in your engine room. As well as having self-deploying fire extinguishers in the engine rooms, as I said, you can monitor that from your lower helm. We also have a fire port, so should you feel that you don't want to open the engine room, you can empty a fire extinguisher into this port and it will flood the engine room with powder. Now at the upper helm with your standard size chart plotter. It's a 9-inch plotter, so nice and easy accessible from this point. You've also got a compass, normal magnetic compass. As you can see, all the winches are up now on the top roof with all your ropes dropping through these boxes, little carbon chafe strips to stop the lines from scuffing your paintwork. So if you want to reach on your clutches, you step up onto the pedestal, and easy accessible to get to all your clutches. The winches are all operated by your toe so it's easy. You're not having to reach down and get to the winches, leaving all your hands free to operate all the lines. Two switches that you're looking at over here are to operate the aft winch. Basically that enables you to load up your jib. The line runs back to that aft winch and you can fill the jib from this position, making it an easy one-man operation. Then you don't have to leave the helm. Upper helm throttle, also easy accessible with the wheel in the upper helm position. This is your windlass button. So it's got a chain counter on. You can operate your windlass from here. You've got easy viewpoint to your windlass. There are also two buttons up on the foredeck which allow you to operate the windlass quite comfortably from both the helm and the foredeck. The windlass and chain is really easy accessible. You can see there's a nice big hatch there, so if your chain does start piling up, as we all know they want to pyramid up, you can easily just push the chain down and spread it out. You've also got your spare anchor, easy accessible, set up from this point. Standing on the transom of the boat, all the boats that we're building now are coming with a fishing rod holder, which you can put a flagpole in, or it could be for your barbecue. So this is starboard side of the boat. This winch can be used to fill the jib. You've got two buttons here and you've got the two buttons up at the helm. So you can load your winch up, stand up at the helm and basically fill your sail away without having to come back here. But if you want to, you can operate the winches from here. This winch is also used to lift up the dinghy. The line will come across here, you load it up, you then go to the port side, you'll load up the rope there, and you can operate the port winch from this button. So once you've loaded the dinghy, loaded up the ropes, you can push this button, and you're going to be operating both winches, making this a one-man operation. On the starboard side, on the earlier models, we had a little bit of a dead area here. So we decided to add this little cubby so that you could, as you come out the water from diving, you could open the cubby, you could stash your fins and your goggles in there. We've got drainage. So we utilize this area for storage for a little wet locker. This is for your cups. If you want to having coffee, you're sitting here at night time on watch, you can put it's a cup holder. We've got this handle here which makes it really easy accessible with these two steps to get up to the upper helm. Coming down, it'll be pretty much the same sequence. You've got your hand, nice handle grab. This thing's also quite sturdy. step onto there and you're holding on tight. We're standing in the saloon. All the new boats are coming out with a Vitrafrigo fridge, which can be, the unit can be turned from a freezer into a fridge. So you're no longer, it's restricted to having just a freezer or just a fridge. Electronically, you can turn that into a fridge, you can change it into a freezer. Same there. So if you're going out for a day trip, you don't have to have all your fridges running. You simply select this. I just need a fridge for the day, and you're saving a lot of power by doing that because you're not having to have all fridges running. This is our new electrical panel, or position for our electrical panel. We've put it up in the saloon because a lot of the owners want to have skippers on board. So the skipper doesn't have to access their cabin to the electrical panel. They can just come into the saloon, use the switches, use the electrical panel. Yeah, if you want, the option can be for the electrical panel to be in the owner's room, but that'll be owner's choice. The same area will obviously be for your television. The owners of this didn't want to have a television. It'll have a bracket. Television sits over here. It can be pulled out, watch from that position. The next boat will be coming out with the television, so we can do that in the next series. This traditionally is a nav table on the Balance 526 with a seat, or you can buy a seat that fits in underneath here. You'll always get this drawer configuration. The owners of this boat opted not to have a nav table as such. They opted for storage. So instead of just having a drawer at the top, we added drawers down to the bottom here. So that's quite a nice feature. I quite like this because you've got a lot of storage space, extra space. Most people don't use nav tables anymore. You've got a really big saloon table or cockpit table. So if you want to lay out charts, you can all sit around the saloon table and look at your charts. But again, that's owner's choice. Standard on all our boats at the nav area or nav table, traditionally you're going to have a dual socket with USB ports. There'll be several USB ports in this area. Each cabin is fitted with a USB port, both sides of the bed. There'll also be USB ports at the electrical panel. Situated right around the boat, there's plenty of electrical sockets and USB ports. No shortage of that. We're now in the starboard owner's cabin, forward cabin. Traditionally, this bulkhead would be closed off with an access into the forepeak for big sail storage area, but we can do a little vanity, either cupboard or desk, depending on what the owner wants. Port side will always be closed off to give a really big storage area to get your big sails like your spinnaker in and out of the hatch. Blue Orchid has a full house aircon system. Each cabin has a self-contained unit. The self-contained unit is fitted at the base of the bed with ducting going up across that bulkhead, coming out above the bed, and this fan in the corner will distribute the air evenly around the room. Standing in the master heads and shower of the Balance 526. We're now using the Technic toilets. We've had great success with these toilets. In this cupboard behind the toilet is our access to some of the electronics and to our steering system. The steering system basically is a really simple with a chain and a cable system. We've also got set up here emergency steering, so should one of these snap, you don't have to go and feed a line through. They're set up, ready to go. You can attach it and deal with the broken line at a later stage.